So this happened last night. Around 3 a.m., me and my brother were woken up by loud banging and crying at our front door. We live in a rough neighborhood, so naturally, my brother grabs his shotgun, cocks it loudly, and starts yelling, "It's 3 a.m., go away!" through the door. We were both tired as hell and freaked out. We'd recently had a girl from the neighborhood break into my car, so we assumed it might be her. I looked through the front door's window. We've got a one-way film on it, and didn't see anyone else around. I crouched near the door and listened. It sounded like a young kid, completely hysterical, begging us to help her call her mom. I told her I was calling 911, and that help was on the way. My brother, in full adrenaline mode, opens the door, still holding his shotgun, and starts yelling at her to calm down. I didn't agree with his approach, but in all fairness, she woke up about half the block from her screaming while she was pressed up against our door. After he opened the door, I got to see her. Honestly, I was kind of hoping it was a homeless person from our area, or even someone looking to do some weird shit to us. But it was a kid, and the look in her eyes while she was kneeling at our doorstep made my heart drop. I was thinking she was around 14, but she said someone crashed into her car down the street, and she left her phone in the wreck so she couldn't call her mom. Things weren't really adding up as I asked her a few more questions. She kept begging me to go down the street with her, but I told her no way, we're waiting for the cops. About 10 minutes later, 3 tow trucks drive by, heading toward where we told 911 the crash happened, so I felt safe enough to walk with her down the street. On the way, she keeps asking to hold my hand, and I'm just thinking, you look like a teenager, you're barely dressed, and I'm a grown man walking through the neighborhood that you woke up. Not a good look. I awkwardly asked how old she was. She said 18 and grabbed my hand anyway. I felt very uncomfortable, but her emotions were definitely outweighing mine at the time. Halfway there, the cops show up. I flag them down, explain the situation. Meanwhile, she's telling the officers over and over, I have really bad ADH and anxiety, while handing me her eyelashes. A full set of false lashes. I really didn't want to touch them, but I took them just to help her feel a little safer or whatever. One of the cops pulls her aside, and the other starts casually asking me a few questions. He told me they got another call about 30 minutes before that a teenager was running across someone's lawn barefoot, which I looked over and realized she was barefoot the whole time. Then I saw them cuff her. I think they suspected she was on something, which I was 50-50 thinking. As we're wrapping up, the officer sees me still holding the eyelashes and goes, "What are you gonna do with those, bro?" I just told him, "I'll sleep on it. I just want to go back to bed." I head home and started talking to one of the neighbors about it. He assumed that it was her parents' house or something, so he didn't want to get involved in domestic drama. Makes sense, and I just assumed that's why no one else got involved. I couldn't really go back to sleep because I was shaken up and pretty worried about her. I imagine it was a traumatic experience for her. I don't know if that was a justified reaction for her situation, or if she really was on drugs or mentally ill, but I will definitely be praying for her and her family.